Welcome back. I'm RJB from RJB TV, and we are going to witness the final fight between Bisu, Jaedong, and Gensay going up against Brain, Shuttle, and Soulkey. They've all fought heroically already in the first 3 games, but Team Brain managed to take home 2 games, and Team Bisu only just a single one. But if there is a team of players who might be able to spearhead a comeback on a new hope, this empire of Bisu, Jaedong, and Gensay might just bring back that hope and strike back and become the last remaining, the last standing. Bisu here on the pink Protoss, joined by Jaedong again on the brown Zerg, and then Gensay here on the Protoss as well, on the yellow Protoss on the middle right of the map. And then on the other team, we have Brain here on the teal Protoss on the top middle of the map, joined by Soulkey here on the name Need Money on the blue Zerg, and of course Shuttle is on the pale blue, pretty much gray. It might actually be gray, but it's very gray. It's a very gray color, almost blue. You're on the Shuttle. It's Shuttle here on the Protoss bottom of the map. Protoss, Zerg again convening for epic confrontation. So of course, scouting starts at the start. It's very usual stuff. We have the middle spawn Zerg going for pool gas, and we have the corner spawn Zerg going for hatchery pool gas. So there are some slight differences between what the Zergs are doing depending on where they spawn. Corner spawn always a little bit safer than the middle spawn. Middle spawn needs to get their Zerglings out faster, and the corner spawn can delay their Zerglings by a little bit more and get themselves 1 more drone on the minerals. 8 drones, 7 drones. Might go for a third hatchery, which Jaedong will have to delay for quite a bit. All the Protoss players going for triple gateway, even Shuttle is going for triple gateway this time around, not going for the 4 gateway without a forge. He at this point is starting to realize 4 gateways apparently are inferior to triple gateway forge. Apparently inferior to triple gateway forge. Now his timings are a little bit odd, but the first Zealot is out. Brain there a little bit faster. We have Brain there on the top, Bisu here on the middle left. And Zerglings from Jaedong already out and about, ready to fight and bring about some change to this battle. They're already moving all the way across the map. Rope there from Gensay going to try and wall off this entrance point that Shuttle wants to use to participate on the middle of the map, so they're going to try to prevent that preemptively. They do not want Shuttle out on the map. His cannon is a little bit slow compared to the others. They already have their cannon. Wait, actually, Bisu skipped on his cannon and got a late forge. Bisu somewhat made a mistake because the cannons for both Brain and Gensay are pretty much already finished up. The one for Brain already there. Everyone else somewhat deviated from the build order just a tiny little bit. We have a lot of minerals there in the bag for Shuttle, so he's not spending everything as he should be. Double pylon at the bottom, double gas coming up already from Shuttle. He has plans, and he needs to have plans because he's blocked in by cannons. The Shuttle is wisely adjusting and adapting his build order, getting double gas to get fast robos. Whereas Brain is trying to buy time from this attack that tried to get leverage over him. They were just trying to kill Zealots, trying to catch Brain overextending. That's kind of the goal. Get your units on the middle of the map, and you try to catch enemy units, and then hopefully get a supply lead over the enemy. And so for a little while, we'll just be seeing somewhat of a back and forth dance in the middle where the armies are looking and fishing, touching and feeling to see what will they do. 1 gas on the top there for Brain, going for a Citadel of a Dune, so likely Zealot speed and level 1 attack. They're coming up for Brain, whereas Shuttle is being threatened, not a little bit, but a lot. There's a lot of Zerglings and Zealots there walking through into his base. Bisu there last in line. He's joining the party, it does look like Shuttle has a pretty good position to defend himself. The Zerglings and Zealots cannot really get on top of the cannons. Some of them do get on top of the cannons, but they will die and not kill the cannons. Actually, one cannon might go down. The other one has to stay alive. If Shuttle wants to stay alive, we have a counterattack here from Soulkey and Brain onto Bisu. And Bisu actually, his cannons are getting attacked. He's putting his probes into position to try and block. He does have a great block in the end there. I don't think Team Brain will get on top of that. Shuttle here in the backside is losing his cannons and losing probes. There's a lot of units here inside of his base killing his stuff. There are Zealots spawning for Shuttle there, but things are not looking pretty. It's looking chaotic here at the moment, but it does look like Bisu survives the attack, keeps most of his probes alive. His 18's still there, up and running. Got another wave of Zergs coming in from Soulkey, and Shuttle might actually just be dead. Might be dead. I think Shuttle might be dead. Very quick death here from Shuttle. He's using his probes to fight, but there's so many Zealots on the scene. He's got 20 supply, 10 probes. Things are looking very ugly there for Shuttle. I did not expect him to die this quickly. Actually, I think he might just be able to survive that one, but Jaedong is thinking, no way, you are out of the game. I'm gonna kill you right here, right now. Comes in with the last remaining Zerglings to finish him off once and for all. Shuttle is definitely going to die. Shuttle is going to perish. There's no way he will survive that one. So this game is going to come down to either Soulkey or Brain, or Soulkey and Brain, mounting a comeback here. It's unlikely. It's very unlikely, because the supply counts are in favor of Team Bisu for sure. They have one more player on the map participating, whereas Shuttle is down for the count. He's out. He's dead. He's gone. He's going to get murdered by Jaedong, who has no mercy whatsoever for Shuttle. Shuttle's going to have to get out of the game and watch on someone's stream for sure. Actually, never mind. They're leaving him be. They're going towards the middle where a big fight is breaking out. Brain Zealots surrounded by every single other army. And Soulkey Zerglings, they're trying to participate, but the participation prize is not going to be given out today because they're dead. They're all dead. Brain does have speed and level 1 attack, so he's a pretty strong baby. He's a pretty strong Brain. He's trying to wall his own choke off against that attempt to cannon and block both Soulkey and Brain by Gensay. Gensay's protecting the cannons. They gotta make sure this comes up, because when it comes up, they can either isolate Brain or isolate Soulkey. Now, Soulkey does have a pretty good SimCity here. He's got 3 sunken in the back and hatcheries built all the way around it. So once these cannons finish up, I think they will be gunning for Soulkey's life, because Brain cannot help him if these cannons are there blocking him right here on the middle. But Brain does have a double robo and a support bay, so he is already ready. He's already ready. He prepared. He saw this coming. So he got the shuttles ready, and he's moving not to help Soulkey. He's trusting in Soulkey quite a lot. And the trust was not misplaced, because neither Bisu or Gensay decided to commit to trying to kill Soulkey. So Soulkey there stays alive, gets a little bit more time to build up and grow big, but Jaedong is growing bigger at the same time as well. He's got pretty much the same amount of drones. And the same amount of hatchery. So both Soulkey and Jaedong are growing as fast as they can, but we have a big drop here with shuttles and reavers onto Gensay, who's losing his cannons, and might lose his probes as well. Probes are running to safety. He's losing the cannons, and he only has Zealots. There are actually no excuse me, I need a glass of water. There are actually only 2 Dragoons on the map that can fight back against the shuttle with the Reavers. And 2 Dragoons against the Reavers, they are not going to win the fight. So he just flies out of there. There's 1 more Dragoon there from Gensay on the map, but the Reavers will kill those Dragoons easily. And 2 more shuttles arriving on the scene. Not sure what's inside. It's Zealots. They're joining the party to allow the Reavers to escape, or maybe just unload and get a couple more shots off. Great shots there from Brain. Picks up the Reavers with the healthy shuttle. This is amazing Michael there from Brain on display. He is really putting Gensay into a situation of a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. Got 2 more shuttles there, but the Reaver on the ground getting attacked by Dragoons. He's getting surrounded. Loses the shuttles eventually. but the damage has been done. Gensay has been bleeding, has not been mining for about 1 whole minute, and more shuttles are flying left and right to try and finish off the enemy's economies. And Templar unloads, Templar storms, and Bisu loses half. Not exactly half, I think closer to 20, almost half of his workers. So Brain there comes out swinging with very good shuttle play and multitasking. He got a big storm off on Gensay though. Gensay went from about 40 down to 12 probes. That was the money shot that he had to hit. He really had to absolutely destroy Gensay's economy in order to still stand a chance. If Gensay had his economy still up and running completely fine as intended, it might be impossible to win. Comes in with another drop. Gensay's trying to run to safety. Templar's on the scene. Templar ready to storm. Templar hits the storm, but only 1 probe goes down. So he does hit the storm, but only on a single probe. Great attempt though, because this does disrupt Gensay's economy yet again. Yet again gets disrupted. And the longer he gets disrupted, the stronger the odds are for Team Brain. Bisu there though, trying to... Oh, very good split up of those 2 shuttles. Bisu doesn't know which one to go for. There's one here coming in. Templar on the scene too far away, but the other group of Templars is right on the money, and he hits him pretty hard, but not hard enough. Still has 24 probes left alive. But shuttle number 2 on the bottom side, snaking around, looking for a way in. Brain is displaying the type of game that he's best at. That is a lot of multitasking with really precise decision-making. Clutch decision-making. And all of this harassment of killing both Gensay and Bisu's economy is allowing Soulkey to grow. Oh, Templar reloads, Templar storms, hits him. Bisu was not expecting the Templar to unload and storm, caught him by surprise, caught him slipping up, and that is giving Team Brain so much freedom to do whatever they want to do, because the enemy has no money in the bank, except Jaedong. But look at Soulkey, 73 drones, about 16 hatcheries, well not 16, I'd say about 14. I'll just count really quickly. It is 9, we get 5, it's 14. It's exactly 14 hatcheries. And he has a lair, no hive. Jaedong has about 14 hatcheries as well, maybe a couple more, not too sure, not gonna count. It's a lot of hatcheries, a lot of production on 61 drones, against 74 from Soulkey. Their economies are about the same, but the supplies are actually also about the same. So we have a big Overlord unload here inside of Gensay's base. Lurkers, Hylas on the scene, but getting surrounded there by Jaedong, who has Overlords on the scene as well. But this was all to open a path for the shuttles of Brain to fly in, unrestrained, unprotected, and hit those probes yet again. But the probes were running to safety. He is unloading though. There's Dark Templars on the scene, but there's a lot of cannons. Not gonna work. Not gonna work, my friend. The Dark Templar unload there. I get what he was trying to do, but that move did not work out as he wanted it to. So here comes a counter drop from Bisu on to Brain. And it does look like he hit a couple of probes, but most of them stayed alive. 55 still up and running. Now comes a big unload here from Soulkey onto Gensay, coming in very clutch. We do have Overlords on the top there from Jaedong that are now moving into position to try and detect the lurkers, but the workers are doing a lot of damage. But once they get surrounded and detected, they will go down pretty quick. So with unload, he killed those cannons, but the extra damage was not dealt. Did kill a couple of probes there. Another drop there from Brain on Bisu, but Bisu this time around keeps his probes alive, and another drop of his own, now going again for Brain's economy. And Brain has 3 Dragoons in between and Vision on the high ground there by Soulkey. So everyone has each other's back. Big Hylisk attack there from Jaedong onto Soulkey. Lurkers on the scene, ready to protect, but Soulkey is... Oh, most of his units are still in production. Most of his Hylisks are still in production. He should be able to survive this, though, because we have Templars there from Brain coming in to help and storm those Hylisks to death, turning the tide. Beautiful, beautiful teamwork here. That Templar unload turned the tide and definitely did save Soulkey's life. I think he killed like 36 Hylisks there with the triple storm, maybe even 6 storms. Not sure how much energy they had, but a lot of storms turns the tide, which means Soulkey is still in the lead. Well, Jaedong now, 81 drones. He has never been hit by Brain's drops. Brain simply cannot fly all the way across the map and hit him. Jaedong is in a very safe position will never ever be in danger of getting hurt. Templar Storm there from Bisu hits and kills 40 drones. Soulkey just got sent back to the Dark Ages. He does have the money to recover though, but when you're spending your time recovering and your minerals recovering, Jaedong is spending those exact same minerals and that exact same amount of time to go bigger, stronger, and more dangerous. Attempt of a drop there onto Gensay. Hylas failing to snipe the shuttles. Gensay is crying himself to sleep tonight because, oh boy, probes once again under attack. But the probes, surprisingly, largely do stay alive because they're on the bottom. They're no longer in the main base. They have relocated to a safe place, his own little safe space. The bottom right of the map. Now, Brain is maxed out, and he thinks it's about time he starts participating on the middle as well, instead of only doing shuttle drops. So he's gonna try to clear out the cannons, while Bisu is gonna try to drop him from the perfect angle, the most perfect angle I've ever seen. Brain sees it, flies away, tempers on load, too far away, storming on an empty mineral patch. Whereas on the middle, the attempt to break free from Brain gets put to a stop because, well, there's a lot of Hylas and cannons on the middle. It's difficult to break out. He's gonna have to try again and again and again. And probably has to get has to fill up this left side spot. And we had a big drop there on Bisu while I was distracted talking about cannons. Bisu back down to 14 probes. I'm sorry for missing that one, a lot is happening. But yeah, Bisu got sent back to Bronze Age, which is even before the Dark Ages. The Bronze Age is like 3,000 years before the Dark Ages. So he got sent back in time very, very far. He made a very big jump all the way back to the start. There's a drop off there though on Brain, but once again Brain escapes easily. And Soulkey is breaking free. He's got the Defiler, he's got Lurkers, Hylas, and Zerglings with pretty good upgrades. I gotta check on the upgrades. I haven't checked on upgrades at all this entire game. One, two there for Soulkey. And we have 2-2 for Jaedong, but it's Lurkers against Lurkers from both these players, and Burrow Lurkers are all black. You can't see who they belong to. So it's just a guessing game who these Lurkers belong to. Not to Jaedong, because his Lurkers are all dead and gone. They broke free and they're turning the tide. They have a supply lead. It's only Jaedong who can fight back. Neither Bisu or Gensay have an army to speak of. Gensay is recovering, he's getting Double Arbiter. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. They're found out though. They know. They know Gensay's hiding on the bottom corner, so a drop comes in there. It's going to try to kill his economy. He got some cannons, but the probes are dying. I thought they were going to dodge, but they died. And he dodged right back into the storm too early and lost another 10 probes. Oh, painful, painful, painful situation there as the Highlands are coming in to kill him once and for all. While Soulkey is containing and controlling this entrance point that Jaedong had. He was controlling it, but lost the Lurkers under the Dark Swarm, and now loses the Defiler, and he's gonna lose the middle, which should give Jaedong the opportunity to try and get control over the middle, as he has Lurkers, and Soulkey currently has no Lurkers on the map. Brain also got stormed back to 16 probes. I missed it yet again. There's so much happening at the same time. The shuttle's flying back and forth. This fight's happening in the bottom corner. A lot is happening. Brain has almost no money, and only a single Nexus. He's building a second Nexus, but he's recovering very slowly. And that might just actually be the worst thing that could have happened for Team Brain. Because Jaedong has triple Nexus, he's recovering very quickly, 48 probes in total. I think Team Bisu might still win this after all, even though Team Brain has displayed such an amazing, amazing game so far. Soulkey moving out into the middle, the fighters on the scene. We have Overlord drop there from Jaedong, moving around to hit Brain. But we might actually see Soulkey move in on Jaedong to kill Jaedong, while Jaedong is moving to kill Brain. Drop there comes in at the same time as well. In between. Can he snipe his shuttles? No, he cannot. Oh, Templar lows. Templar gets no storm off, dies. The Scourges saved Brain's economy. Now we have Soulkey moving in onto Jaedong, who has no Defilers on, gets dropped at the same time as well. Beautifully done. Has a lot of money in the bank though, but that drop from Brain came in at the exact right time. Soulkey might just eliminate Jaedong here, as Jaedong has no income to speak of. Does have minerals in the bank, but will that be enough? Because he's getting overpowered. We got Bisu coming in from behind trying to save his life, but oh, Plague there under the goons. We got an unload there from Jaedong in the base of Brain, but Brain storms all to death. That unload did not stand a chance. The Templars are too damn strong. This is a disaster for Team Bisu. I thought Team Bisu was back in the race. Actually, it looks like they killed the Overlord or pushed the Overlord out of position, and it allowed the Lurkers to clear out that entire Soulkey army. And Soulkey also again lost his economy down to 42 yet again. Drops are happening all the time, everywhere. Another drop there on Bisu exactly as I tune in and hits everything. Except those at the bottom. So 29 probes to survive, but the other half, he had like 65. 35 go down. I'm not sure which way this is going to go, but I can tell you that I'm certain that we're pretty much on equal footing at the moment. Both teams are pretty much in an equal situation. We have equal worker counts, 34 for Bisu, 34 for Brain. So both Protoss on 34 probes. Then we got 58 there for Jaedong and 54 there for Soulkey. Once again, the exact same amount of workers. Supply counts pretty much the same, although Jaedong just shot up to 200, added on another 30 drones in the blink of an eye, so his economy is very strong now, and he does have the best position on the map to keep his workers safe. A lot of vision everywhere. Although his entire right side got cleared out there by Soulkey, so there's the option to fly drops over the right side and still fly in and hit those drones. It's going to be difficult, but he certainly can do it. Brain again got storm drop, now back to 31. He had 35 earlier. This one shuttle there on the top side corner is the perpetrator, and now they are putting Brain under a lot of pressure with the... Well, the storm clears that out. You have so many lurkers on the middle there from Jaedong. He tried to break into Brain's base. He's going to try again with another wave of Zerglings and lurkers. The storms have been used. And he's going to get in there. This Templar has no storm. There's nothing. Drop comes in. Brain is running to safety. Templars on load. Ready to storm, but too far away. Hits the Nexus. Misses everything. But while that is happening, we have a large ball of lurkers with Dark Swarms moving into Brain's base. The front door is getting broken down. Jaedong is on fire. Soulkey is on fire. Bisu is actually also doing pretty well. Once again, dodged the storm. Lost some probes. A lot is happening at the same time. It's difficult to keep track of everything happening all over the place. The Dark Swarms here are going to keep Jaedong locked into his base. Pretty much Soulkey locked into his base for pretty much the remainder of the game. He's using Zerglings to try and break free, but the Zerglings are dying extremely quickly. It's a meat grinder. Getting torn the stretch does not stand a chance. He has to go for another option, but it might be too late because Brain is getting absolutely ass blasted. Look at the gateways going down, lost the choke. There's lurkers, dragoons in his base, killing his stuff. He is not liking this. He has 33 probes, no economy to speak of. Whereas Bisu, with his 44 on the triple nexus, is recovering quite nicely from the drop that hit him just earlier. Jaedong, 69. He lost some drones again. Somehow Brain snuck in there and hit some drones because he had 90. Now back to the magical number of 69. He goes into Soulkey's base. Oh, it's Mutalisk and a drop at the same time. Soulkey's economy just got murdered. Down to 21. Absolutely disgusting. Distraction there from the left. The real drop from the bottom. Beautiful coordination on Team Bisu. They are destroying the competition. As I said before the start of this game, if there are two players who can spearhead a recovery and a comeback, it is going to be Bisu and Jaedong. And literally, it is Bisu and Jaedong spearheading a comeback in this best of set. It's going to be a two-win situation. Great storms all over the place. Actually hit some probes, even though they were split up on 3 different pathways. Great job there. Brain is not allowed to have any money. Not allowed. Is not allowed to participate or be a danger anymore. And Gensay, while all that is happening, has managed to build double nexus and 32 probes. 32 probes. He's recovering. So it's only gonna get worse and worse here for Team Brain. Drop there, once again sneaks through, unloads on the scene. Ropes running to safety, and they do largely survive. Mickey got 2 or 3 of them, but that's not much to write home about. But at least it is something. Just Brain losing anything is painful. Guardians, Devourers, Guardians and Devourers, Lurkers, Dark Swarms. We have everything mixed in. This is going to be an awesome screenshot for the video. I can assure you that. I don't think we've ever seen a professional fastest map game reach the point of Devourers and Guardians facing off between Soulkey and Jaedong. This is absolutely unheard of. Thought it was a drop, not a drop. Yeah. I think at this point they should just call GG, and I think they will call GG very soon. Soulkey's gonna try to push out one last time. No. They hold up the white flag, wave, and say goodbye. Team... Let me just quickly rewind a little bit. So Team Bisu manages to kill Shuttle at the start, and then they manage to almost lose the game against Soulkey and Brain's combined powers, but Bisu and Jaedong managed to make a comeback with some really impressive high-level coordination. Really, really impressive stuff. So we have everything here. I just want to make a screenshot, okay? Because it looks pretty cool when you have Guardians and Devourers in the sky with Lurkers and Dark Swarms on the ground and gateways and whatever else you can imagine, all in one single screenshot. Just give me a moment while I look for a screenshot, and then we will go into the final game, game number 5. That is going to decide who wins this once and for all. Yeah, this is pretty. This is pretty. Exactly what I want. Okay, so let's go into the final game. Let's first update the score on the top. 2 wins there for Team Brain, 2 wins there for Team Brain, and Bisu. They're actually on even footing. This doesn't happen too often that a best of series actually goes to the final game. I mean, it's only 5 games, but it doesn't happen often that you get a 2-2 or whatever, like a 4-4, 2-2, a 6-6. You don't see it too often that 2 players or 2 teams have the exact same score going into the final game. Specifically with team games, which tend to just largely be kind of one-sided in terms of score. Maybe not in terms of how they perform, but the score in the end does of course dictate who wins and who does not win. Game number 3, Bisu, Jaedong, Gensay. In the final showdown against Brain, Shuttle, and Soulkey. My body is ready. Is your body ready? There's only one way to find out. That is going right into the action. Right into the conflict and the confrontation. We have Brain, Pink Protoss, Soulkey, Red Zerg, and Shuttle on the olive green Protoss against Gensay, Pale Blue Protoss, Jaedong, Brown Zerg on the top middle of the map, and lastly, Bisu, Shield 89, the real Bisu, here on the 7 o'clock spawn location, ready to throw down fists for one final time. These 2 teams are evenly matched as I've ever seen 2 teams be. So what are they going to do? It's going to be a pool, gas, and hatchery for the Zergs. They're both on a middle spawn, not a corner spawn. Corner spawn is a pool, hatchery, gas. Middle spawn, you know, they have to get their Zerglings out faster than a corner spawn. So they go for the pool first, and they will get 1 extra hatchery, and maybe a 3rd hatchery a little while after that. Whereas the Protoss players are going for pylon on 7 supply, and then 1 gateway, and then 2 more gateways on 11. You can see 11, they get their 2nd pair of gateways. Actually, we have Brain going for a forge really early on because he wants to wall in Bisu. He does not want Bisu on the map. He wants him out of the map. And they're doing this because they have these 2 middle spawns over Bisu. So we have the Zerglings from Soulkey can enter and protect these cannons really easily and quickly, because there's not much distance to travel to those cannons. But what's more interesting is, though, they managed to stop Soulkey from building his hatchery for a very damn long time. Look at this. Jaedong has his hatchery. Soulkey just started his hatchery. That is going to hurt him a little bit further into the game, as he will be unable to keep up with Jaedong's Zergling production because he simply has one less hatchery. It's gonna hurt him. By how much? I don't know. Brain, though, is hurting here. The trade-off that he went for is get fast cannons on the middle and keep Bisu locked in, but get slower cannons back at home and maybe lose a couple probes and get attacked by Jaedong. And Jaedong did kill 2 probes, so that worked out perfectly fine. We have Gensay trying to get on the cannons from behind, but he decides against it because we have Soulkey Zerglings that are ready to protect and keep those zealots away. As Jaedong is losing drones to Shuttle's zealots because he didn't get a sunken yet. He delayed his sunken by quite a lot and got the hatchery first. Zealot there getting stuck on that top spot there behind the pool. So yeah, we have just a lot of dancing. And we have Bisu going for double gas to advance into double robotics. We have 4 gateway once again there from Shuttle, delayed forge, delayed cannon, and a 5th gateway, whereas we have Gensay going for 6 gateway, no gas, Brain going for double gateway and cannons. Well, he's got 2 gateways here on the middle, so he actually has 4 gateways. And getting 1 gasser back at home, getting a cyber core as well. We have a Zergling battle there on the middle from Jaedong against Soulkey, trying to catch each other off guard, trying to get a lead in supply over the other. Currently, they are at the same supply. Shuttle trying to push back on Gensay, but Gensay has more zealots, slightly more supply. Actually, the same supply, actually. I'm wrong. Well, now we can see that Gensay is getting ahead in supply as he starts killing zealots and as he starts reaping the benefits off of his 6 gateway production. Shuttle, though, also now has 6 gateways, so they will be on equal footing pretty much the entire time. Whoever has the supply lead is going to be the person who kills more zealots off of their opponent. So far, it really does look like Jaedong and Gensay are locked inside their bases, and they will be for a little while longer, up until we see Jaedong finish his support bay and start hitting either Soulkey or Brain. That is the one advantage Bisu does have, if he can hit either of those 2 really easily being right next to them. The downside is he cannot help his team win these fights on the middle. Look at this. Shuttle with a couple of Brain zealots are winning against Gensay, and Soulkey seems to be on equal footing with Jaedong, who is deciding to drone up and defend. He has 10 drones now, 2 more Sunkens on the top there, ready to be morphed. Soulkey is pushing Jaedong back, and Gensay is pushing Shuttle back into the middle, and Shuttle decides to get 2 cannons to wall Gensay into his base. Gensay is trying to push cannons onto those cannons to prevent the cannons from happening to still get access into the middle. They're fighting over control of the middle while Team Brain is fighting to kill Jaedong at the same time, but Jaedong has enough Sunkens, enough Zerglings, enough drones, he can keep the enemy away. And Brain is getting Shuttle, but not getting a support bay. Not sure what he's going to do exactly, but he's getting a Shuttle, but no support bay. Interesting choice, interesting choice. He's getting a support bay now, actually. Coming up there right on the top. Fight here happening in front of Gensay's base, where it looks like Shuttle did get cannons finished up, but Gensay did manage to push a couple cannons backwards and kill a couple of them. It's still an even fight. Shuttle has a supply lead. Here on the middle, we have a counterattack from, oh, it looks like Bisu is dropping Reavers on top of Soulkey, and Soulkey is dying. And if this might actually mean that it's going to be a 2v3 again. But this time it's not going to be Brain and Soulkey, but Shuttle and Brain against Jaedong, Bisu, and Gensay. So Bisu there with a very quick adaptation of getting double Robo and double Reaver to attack onto Soulkey. And Soulkey definitely is kind of dead and gone at this point. He does have drones still alive. We got Dragoons coming in there from Brain, but Bisu has insane Reaver Shuttle Micro. But on the plus side, we can see that Shuttle managed to block Gensay in. But in return, as a trade-off, he does not have much defense to speak of. He does have Dragoons though. So he does repel that one Shuttle drop, which they will have to repeat at least another 10 times. Maybe 15 times. Oh, great coordination. Jaedong there going in with the Zerglings to take cannon shots. Reavers joining on the scene to try and hit the cannons and maybe get a shot on the probes. But no, the Zerglings go down very quickly because Dragoons from Brain move down to kill the Zerglings and repel the shuttle. Great attempt though. Coordination was awesome. Reaver from Brain inside of Jaedong's base. That's not pretty. Some Zerglings from Gensay made their escape, ready to help out against that shuttle. We got Dragoons from Brain, Zealots from Shuttle, all moving around to not sure do what. Okay, we have Bisu trying to break free. He's got a Reaver on the scene. Dragoons as well. Dragoons from Shuttle are joining with Brain's Dragoons. They're waiting for this ult to die to then try to go for a counterattack onto Bisu, who is moving forward very, very far. There they go, the fight starts, but it's just only a small little pathway for Team Brain to move through. But the double Reaver there on the scene is pushing back those Bisu Dragoons easily. Very easily. So Bisu retreats to a better position, where he has a surround on that choke point. But we have Zerglings from Jaedong made their way all the way to Soulkey's drones. But he survives with the help of one Dragoon. We got the fight here happening inside of Bisu's base, and oh, Brain and Shuttle are going to overpower him. They are going to overpower him. The supply difference is massive. The Shuttles from Brain and the Reavers do go down, but Shuttle joining in, combining forces with Brain's forces, they have an overpowering lead here over Bisu. He cannot fight back. He has Reavers in the back though. 4 Reavers. Those 4, actually I said he couldn't fight back, but the 4 Reavers might just stand a chance. One goes down, but it's very difficult to get through. Although Reavers there from Brain getting shots on the cannons, probes running to safety. Coordination is insane. The high speed play is insane. We got probes there dying for Bisu. We got 21 probes still alive, but the remaining ones are going to get taken down by the Reaver shots, trying to make his escape onto the bottom side there. I think Bisu is dead and gone. Bisu is dead and gone. Comes a drop from Gensay. Gensay killed Soulkey, so Soulkey is out as well. Soulkey is out as well. He's trying to sneak up on Shuttle, who is not paying attention. Shuttle might lose his probes. He's running to safety. He notices. He noticed just on time. His Dragoons are stuck. He's pulling his probes to safety. Reaver is killing a cannon. He's gonna have to try to fly in closer, but loses the Shuttle and the Reaver. But Gensay has 5 robos. 5 robos, 4 different probes. He's rich. He's very rich. Jaedong is on 33 drones. Soulkey gets back to working, but once again, Jaedong sends a couple of Zerglings across the map to hit those drones and kill them. Whereas Shuttle is trying to once again keep Soulkey alive. Reavers from Jaedong though arrive on the from Bisu arrive on the scene. Bisu is dying, but Bisu wants to go out with a bang, trying to kill at least one more person, get some shots off, loses the Shuttle, loses the Reavers. He went out with not quite a bang. It was kind of disappointing. Kind of a disappointing way for Bisu to go out. But look at this. Great micro on display there from Brain. Trying to kill as much as he can, splitting up those Hydralisks against the Reavers, but oh no, the Reavers are too damn strong. And now Jaedong has pretty much nothing remaining, and more Reavers arriving on the scene. 3 of them in total. 1 goes down immediately though. Drop there from Gensay onto Brain, trying to kill the cannons, but there were too many forces from Brain here on the scene. Gets some good results, but doesn't really kill the probes, which was the ultimate purpose. No probes went down. But a big drop there on the top side of the map. Flying over the top side, which is pretty much completely... Oh, it's actually to help Jaedong defend himself against the shuttle drops. But Brain here with a big move out, ready to end him once and for all. Whereas Shuttle is largely focused on protecting Soulkey from Gensay's attacks. Gensay is really going all in on the shuttle dropping extravaganza. Now Brain does have a slightly bigger force here on the scene. Shuttles from Gensay getting intercepted by Shuttle. Oh no. Very, very unfortunate timing arrives on the scene. Oh, he calls GG. Jaedong is out for the count. It's all gonna come down to just Gensay. Gensay arrives on the scene, starts shooting. Probes running to safety, Probes dying. Gensay needed this, but he calls GG. Gensay calls GG. Wait, is he calling an offensive GG? No. Gensay taps out. Team Brain is the winner. Soulkey, Brain, and Shuttle manages to take down the competition. For a second there, I thought maybe Gensay's gonna try to win this all on his own. But no, he does not believe. Because Shuttle is big and strong. Brain, no longer as big and strong as he used to be. He's losing probes, taking damage. But his entire army is right here on the top side. He has a lot of supply. He is completely fine. So thank you for watching. It was RGB for RJB TV. We got a victory there for Team Brain once again. Bisu, Jaedong, and Gensay did fight heroically. Almost got themselves the win. But at the end there, the final game, mistakes were made. And the leverage just all went right into the hands of Team Brain. And they never ever gave it away. Perfectly played by Team Brain, overpowered and outplayed Bisu, Jaedong, and Gensay. Thank you for watching. It was RGB for RJB TV, and I'm going to be signing out. I hope you enjoyed this 3v3 best of 5 with some of the biggest names in StarCraft history. Probably the biggest names in StarCraft history, minus Boxer, Flash, and a couple of those guys, but some of the biggest names. Was a highly enjoyable set. The team play, the coordination was great. When you get these pro players together on a Discord call on the same team, you can expect some great team play to happen. They have such great insight, knowledge, micro, macro, multitasking. They got it all. You will get some amazing games just like these 5. Anyway, I'm going to be saying goodbye now. I'll see you next time.